that female that you're dealing with will start regretting losing you because you are now actually not interested. So look at it as in like this. The whole time y'all been together, she's felt a sense of like, man, this guy, he's so in love or he's into me. If you guys been dating for a little bit or she's meeting you for the first time and then she tries to like ghost you or something, the reason why she might not feel regret because she needs to be more convinced that you're that guy. In other words, that guy will always win. You don't have to think so much of like, well, what if I am not having this? I don't drive this car or I don't make this type of money. Of course, we know hypergamy is still a real thing. However, you don't think of that type of impression. You think of what you're going towards. Because one thing I don't think is being talked about enough is that, especially in the modern day, not everybody is living up to these high, not realistic expectations that women have. And women are actually aware of that. That's the most important part. Women are aware of their delusion. Women are aware, and not to say that they think it's delusional, but they can say that, oh, I'm entitled to that, right? Because we know entitlement is attached to it. Wanting, no negotiation. I look the part, I'm pretty, or I know how to put myself together. Even if she is not healthy fit or fit, whatever the case is, whatever she's doing with her body, she can still dress, right? She can still make her appearance look good. With that being said, that's enough for women's egos to start having these high, not realistic expectations. And when they live in the real world, they then realize with the men that they are not realistically asking for, but not realistically gonna be getting, right? Excuse me, there's the ask, but there's the idea of you cannot actually get that guy. So look at it as in like this. Now they start dating. Now they realize I lost a good guy. Now I can't replace him. It's not even just about like now I can't replace him or he is a good guy. However, it's women don't got it as much as you think that they got it like that, right? And I'm not saying that she can't get more attention. We know women get attention pretty easily, whether it's from the guys that they want sometimes or sometimes it's not, but they get it and their egos get boosted from it. But to you, what are you doing with that? Because when she's meeting you, and again, I told you, it doesn't matter your circumstances or how long you guys been dating, because if she's meeting you, what she's trying to pick up, how to be with you, right? And then if it's like, don't give him that much, he's not gonna ghost you, he's not gonna detach, he's not gonna replace you, right? So if you've given her an impression of reassurance, security, especially for no reason, she in a sense has every, and I gotta say it, reasoning, I was going to say entitlement, but reasoning to say that, oh, okay, this guy I can have to myself because you've given her that sense. So we're trying to what? Reverse it. And y'all, I just want to give you a PSA. Like sometimes you might see me record from a distance. Sometimes you might see me in my office. I'm with family, like still for the holidays and stuff. So that's why I'm not even in my office. But my point is that you will just kind of see different types of filming. But on the plus side, for a lot of the people with the comments of like, oh, I want to see your face, you will definitely, I'm so happy to be back, show my face all the time. You will see my face, maybe all my videos. And if you see some that aren't, it's just because maybe they're old content that I'm just getting out. But I am getting more used to being back on camera. And if you don't know why I wasn't on, just check out the old videos. It's not nothing too serious anyways. It's just comfortability or what was convenient, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I don't want to talk your ears off about something that some of y'all don't want to hear. But I do want to just tell y'all consultations are available per usual. I always got to let y'all know, especially for the new people. And if you do not know, I've been talking to many people over the years. Even did couple counseling with the person that they have been with, which has been really cool and lovely, and I love that. So it's all about progress, having plans, strategic ways to go about it. And it's not just about dating, it's all aspects of your life. So if you definitely want to book, you can do that by clicking the link down below. And I definitely recommend you to join Patreon, because Patreon, you get the exclusive perks. And I just cannot even post it on here. Like we get into details and we talk about raw things, and not in the literal sense, but you know, it's uncut. So if you want to know what women like and all sorts of other things that are not just about that, you can get it for free on Patreon. That link is down below, or you can become a YouTube member. Now back to what I was saying. So if you are dealing with a woman and you're realizing that she thought some way of you, or she has these unordinary high expectations, because when we're thinking about high expectations, kind of look at it as in like, is her expectations through the roof, or is it realistic in her head? If it's not asking for much, like, hey, I want a guy that can wake up early with me, right? I know not everybody's a morning person, and then sometimes it's not that either way, but it's stuff like that that are reasonable, stuff like that that makes sense if it's gonna help you, right? But if it's almost like, oh, you gotta take me out every 3 days, or I expect all men to cherish women even if she is not this way because all women deserve it, or something like, I expect you as a man to pay every single one of my bills as soon as we start talking, or a week later. Even then, like, and I'm not trying to bring up like, oh, 50-50 or certain talks, but it's the idea of like, what is she trying to throw at you that doesn't make sense, that's not reasonable whatsoever? So to throw it back onto you, when you're trying to get her to regret losing you, what are you feeding into, and what are you supposed to not feed into but you're not actually feeding into? You get what I'm saying? So there's the idea of like, don't feed into it, but are you feeding into the wrong things? You got to make sure that you're checking that. Once you show to her like, I don't care, or okay, I hope you find that. When you're dismissive, when you use the tactics of like, I'm not going to be texting her much. We know no contact, and my no contact guidance journal is still on sale. Shout out to the people that got in it. I'm just happy that you guys did. And also I'm more happier that you guys enjoyed and had help from it. So that's always the key goal, to make sure that, and I'm not going to break it down on how it works and how it helps you, but I'm just glad about that. Now, to the point of like, make sure when you're doing no contact, you have her understanding that, and it's not just no contact, ignoring, ghosting, space. You just have her understand that nobody cares. Nobody cares about all these expectations. Stop thinking that you're going to get this way or have it this way with me. It's just not going to happen. And basically, to sum it all up, it's for you to show to her like, I am good without you. I feel like the biggest hurdle for a lot of men is that they believe what this woman is saying, and so they're trying to live up to that, not understanding their own race. And when I say race, you're running your own race. You're running your own marathon. You're on your own path. What are you doing that you are hindering yourself from finishing it? Are you including her in all aspects? Are you making sure she's a part of it when it's not necessary? You get what I'm saying? So all of that is a combination of what is hindering your own growth to getting to where you need to. I hope none of that went over your head. Understand that like, you're much closer than you even think, but make sure that you are maintaining to finish it all out, and don't be afraid of if she's not there.